the next one was from Ukiah, right?
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
It's just,
I was glad to hear you talk about offshore wind energy earlier. I was going to ask if you could tell us, your top 2 or 3 environmental policy priorities that you would come in working on, and in addition to what top 1 or 2 things you would do to help the state convert to an alternative energy economy.
all right, I got the first part, but then the word got a little warbled just in the digital transmission. You said to help what be a clean energy economy?
To help the state become an alternative energy economy and move out dirty fossil fuels.
All right, no, thank you. Look, as far as top priorities, we will sign the Paris Accord, as I said, on Democracy Now! Before Trump pulled our country out of it. That's not settled. Time I become governor, we will sign it. Paris Accord, quite frankly, is a compromise document. We need to go much further. And so as a state, we will go further. I'm proud that we, as a state, folks like Jimmy Tarlow's on the phone, keep pushing us to be more and more aggressive in our goal of moving towards 100% clean and renewable energy. When I'm governor, we will actually have a plan to go all the way, not to 25 or 50%, but all the way to 100%. And we'll keep looking for ways to speed it up. And there's a lot happening in industry that makes me hopeful that we'll keep being able to speed it up, because the technologies keep getting cheaper and more powerful, even faster than scientists predicted a few years earlier. So we'll sign the Paris Accord. We will make sure that we become even more aggressive about cleaning up our bay. There's 6 states in the Chesapeake Bay Alliance, and there's about $100 million that's been cut out of federal cleanup efforts, and we'll figure out a way to pass that and make sure we each put in our fair share to keep it going, and we'll look for ways to move faster. The reality is that the healthier the bay gets, the more we will benefit over time, and so that will be a high priority. And as somebody who lives these days in Pasadena, Maryland, right on the water, I'm deeply in touch because I'm on it. Often kayaking, really right next to the water, how many dead spaces there are, how fragile it is. I talk to neighbors about how fishes just come back to their dock, and crabs have just come back to their dock, and frankly, there's a lot that we can be done to pull people who voted for Trump into our movements, into voting the way we do, by being serious about those issues. And of course, I'll remind them that was basically $1 billion pushed through by Obama that has made that happen. But anyways, and then we will also really be focused on deploying clean energy here and on building it here. New Orleans and the economy of the Gulf Coast is inspiration to me, and how you can, for instance, turn coastal restoration into a vibrant industry for your state. So in addition to solar and clean, turbines, and figuring out how to be as competitive a place as possible for those to be built, while also keeping them, good jobs, and in the case of turbines, union jobs for the trades. We will also really seek to become the regional hub for coastal restoration, and tributary restoration. Part of how we will clean up our bay is cleaning up the rivers that feed into it, and part of that is making sure that we create sort of diverse ecologies at the edge of many farms, so they can better trap the runoff and process it naturally. So those are some of the 3 big things that I will be focused on.